anybody overshadow you. That's all I can tell you.
It's scary if kind of like changing narrative before you go home.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm like, look, I feel like I'm not sugarcoating a lot of
No, yeah, like it's disgusting.
doesn't match your portfolio.
No, you say this is what it is. I don't want to be involved with this. It's none of my business.
We don't do that. You know that.
The house is very tiny.
Kaybobo had a tete-a-tete with Kayikumi where he told him to man up. The words on the street is that he's being controlled by Isabella. Or rather, should I say words on the Big Brother house? Anyways, Kaybobo told Kaikumi that honestly, it's high time you rewrite your own narrative. Because currently, everybody in the house that he has spoken with, so many people, including Gigi Jasmine, they are saying that you're being controlled by Isabella. Kaybobo now went ahead to tell Kaikumi that man to man, brother to brother, that he will advise you to stand firm, to stand up right now and begin to change things. And this is Kaikumi. Kaikumi then went ahead telling him that honestly, what if Sunday he gets evicted? Because Kaybobo actually advised him that maybe after Sunday eviction, you take it up from there, a new you, a stronger you, a more independent you. And Kaikumi said, what if he gets evicted on Sunday? Does it mean he will need to start today to change the narrative? Is 2 days enough for him to rewrite his own narrative? And Kaybobo said, honestly, see that Dambo's kid spent just 2 weeks, and even although he was even in a relationship, that the house felt his impact and that's still meeting him up to now. That you're in a relationship doesn't mean the person you're dating should overshadow you. That currently Isabella has overshadowed you. Everything about you is Isabella. Kaybobo told Kaikumi that he has to be very honest with you. That so far, your character, your personnel, everything, the perception of housemates about you is nothing to write home about. And then Telma, Otega and Kola had a conversation, and Telma was telling them that in all of this Isabella drama, the person she is feeling for, she's pitying, is Kayikumi. That Kayikumi has a lot at stake aside being from a royal family. That even at work, Kayikumi is in a very high position. That she actually expected more from Kaikumi in this house, only for him to come here sleeping around. In the morning you're wearing jalabia. Are you the one that made it? You're just sleeping around, forming depression. Once you take alcohol, you're depressed. What sort of character is that? Saying, okay, she now started giving instances. Take a look at culture. That's she just discovered today that culture is a teller. Meanwhile, culture now told her immediately that all the clothes he has been wearing since he came into this house, he made them himself, even the ones he wear on property. And that told her that she knows that even the viewers by now already know that culture makes clothes, because his team will be pushing out all of those things he has been wearing. He now turned to Kola and told Kola, look at you. Everybody know you're a good presenter. You've done that in series of tasks in the house, but what can they say about Kaikumi? Nothing. Sleeping, forming you're depressed, you're down all the time. Kola felt pity for Kaikumi and then said he's going to go advise Kaikumi. When Kola left, Otega then told Thelma that this show is becoming boring to him, that he didn't expect that this show would be this way. And Thelma said it's because the people here are just giving shallow content. Some people will feel, oh, ship is the reigning thing, and the rest of the housemates want to get into a ship. People feel it's fight. Everybody wants to fight. Well, Otega then went ahead to talk about the whole game thing, saying that the reason he didn't even participate was he could have said things that would scatter that game. And Thelma said exactly, because someone was telling her, oh, that she said too much. And Otega said, not like you did too much, but the things you said were like as if you were targeting someone. And Thelma said, let it be that way. That she's tired of sugarcoating things. That Kayikumi, for instance, that the life Kayikumi is living in this house does not match his portfolio. And that she's tired of protecting him, because why? It was beginning to ruin her own game. Because for every time she tries to protect Kayikumi, Kayikumi brings Isabella into the picture and it starts to rub off a wrong narrative about her. Thelma told Otega that she likes staying with people that bring out the best of her, and coming here, She told herself she's going in here and align with people that bring out the best in her. So not like she'll be associating with people like Kaikumi that is just going around, you take drink, you booze, you form you're down every week, you're forming depression. No, that enough is enough. Kola actually went to meet Kayikumi and started advising him. He first of all told him that he do not blame him for how he reacted during the whole face-off between Thelma and Isabella. That it's fine, that he has been there, so he understands quite well how overwhelming it can be, not knowing what to see or who to side. But moving on, that he needs to be more firm with his decisions and an opinion. You know, okay, so let me say something. You know, it's very easy to give advice. This is Kola giving Kaikumi advice. Same Kola that have promised himself several times he's not going to Dede. Same Kola that will say, okay, well, I'm moving on, I'm doing this, and the next minute you're back to Dede. Even this night, she still went back to Dede, but we'll still get there. And here is Kola telling someone to remain firm, to be firm with their decisions. Anyway, it's easy to give advice. Well, Kola told Kaikumi that he will even advise him to go and clear things up, in the sense that he will need to make a bold statement in the house where the housemates will know that he's not under this girl, he's not being controlled by this girl. If possible, meet Thelma and clarify things to Thelma. Meet Isabella and tell Isabella, no, you're not the one controlling me, this, that. And then meet Thelma, telling Thelma, Isabella is not my wife, I'm not dating Isabella. Isabella is like a fellow housemate in the house, and I will appreciate it if I'm not being mentioned. For any time you're having a personal problem with Isabella, let it be about Isabella and not bringing in my own attitude or trying to shade me. Well, the same Kola that preached about being firm spent how many minutes apologizing and begging Dede. So Dede told Kola that you know that this house is a very small place and things will always get to people's hearing. That you actually said she's the only one you find attractive and attracted to in this house, but only for her to hear from another source about you saying, oh, if there were so in the house, I would be in this situation of, troubling myself around Dede. And this is Kola now begging, telling Dede, no, this happened before my conversation with you. This happened before the truths at the table. This happened before this. This happened before that. Whoever that told you that did not, clarify or tell you the moments of the week this happened. No, Dede, listen to me. He was even trying to, pause Dede. At the time, he was holding Dede's hand, and Dede was like, no, we don't do that here. And when Dede tried to move out, she tried stopping her. Dede still told Kola, you don't stop me that way. And Kola apologized immediately, still begging her, telling her, no, this is not how it happened. Listen to me, let me tell you everything. The same person that just preached to Kola about being fair with your decisions. Well, after the advice from Kola and Kaybobo, Kayikumi spent the night working, or rather should I say the morning, working on their wager task preparation. I wouldn't say the advice has gotten to him. It's by tomorrow that I will know, because Kaikumi is quite a good listener, but the next minute you might even see him and Isabella sharing 2 or 3 kisses. Anyways, Zita. So let's go to Zita. Zita, still on that game. When they mention girls that are less attractive in the house, when that question was asked, it was Bright who answered, and he mentioned Zita, Tracy, but Zita actually took her as personal. So Zita met with Faith, telling Faith that coming into the house, all she wanted to come promote is about Black Girl Magic. That it still hurts her that she didn't present that her Barbie the day they did the first wager task, that she dressed like a Barbie, because she wanted to use the opportunity and talk about her skin. That most times people channel the whole black girl thing, but deep down they are not all about it, but she's about it. That imagine that colorist saying she's less attractive. That can you imagine? But that she knows that this whole thing is about the issue with her and Mede. So Bright decided to, score a point for the girlfriend for Midi by throwing that at her, saying, oh, mentioning her name among the less attractive girls in the house. Well, she already had this discussion with Tracy, where Tracy told her that, see, because Tracy's name was mentioned as well. Tracy said that one thing is, once you're self-aware and you have self-confidence, all these things won't get to you. And Zita actually agreed with her, so I was surprised when Zita came to Faith again to have this conversation. And while she was saying this, Faith then told her that this version of you is so hot and attractive to him. Faith is a clown, and she was like, you see, and that colorist is there saying, oh, he doesn't find me attractive, blah blah blah. Anyway, Faith's same called him, so they prepare for their wager task. So they couldn't continue or end this conversation, but Faith promised Zita that they will still talk about this. They will still have this conversation again. Just this one game. How I wish Kola will continue to organize again, because other people have been organizing now. Just this one time Kola did, and everywhere is on fire. Anyways, let me read your comments.
At the point, he's going to ruin my game for me. Right? There's been a black girl. Oh my god, it's good. It's good as fuck.
You've done something again. Now your mind is beaten, right?
Yeah. Just believe me.
Okay.